Wet shaving community and DCS crew, welcome back to episode 11 of hashtag Darn Close Shaves. Today we are going to use, of all things, number 11 from Chicago Grooming Company. This is based off of Maison Margiela's Replica series called At the Barber. It's a very nice, gentlemanly, upscale barbershop scent. We're pairing that with the matching aftershave and the soothing aftershave balm from Chicago Grooming to kind of just, round it all out. Today's brush is going to be a custom turned brush and boss knot. This is a synthetic 26 millimeter knot from Wild West Brushworks out of Arizona. First time ever using a Perma Sharp blade from Gillette and putting that inside of my Razorock MJ90 with the A plate. Blade of the day is the Monterey Bay Knives EZC 1.5. This is a Ray Laconico design with, I believe, Sanford Owen out of California. This is a titanium pocket clip, carbon fiber shred scales. Very reminiscent of, your average, your signature Ray Laconico design. In fact, he even has his name etched onto the spine of the blade. M390 blade steel. Runs off of bearings, excellent action. This is fit for a gentleman, and I thought this particular knife would go well with a shave that was fit for a gentleman as well. So stay tuned. After the intro, we are going to get started. All right, guys, welcome back to hashtag Darn Close Shave. Like I mentioned before, this is episode number 11 using Chicago Grooming Company's number 11. This is a soap that is made by Vida Perez over at Chicago Grooming Company, and it is inspired by Maison Margiela's Replica at the Barber. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and step to the side here and show off the knife I mentioned before. That is the MBK EZC 1.5. A lot of numbers and letters there. Beep, boop, beep. And really cool cat. Dog lover, actually. Ray Laconico is an avid knife designer. And he just, he collabs with different companies. I've dealt with him, and I've met him before, actually. I met him at Blade Show, I want to say in 2018. So I'm pretty psyched because I don't think that he'll be there with Monterey Bay Knives this year, but he may be there in some other capacity. If not, I can always run into him at another show. Pretty sure that he'll be at one of the others. He is located out of California, does custom designs, and then he has his small batch production knives, which is Monterey Bay Knives. And they are made, if I'm not mistaken, either by We Knife Company or Riad. I'm pretty sure it's We Knife Company, but don't quote me on that. It could be that some are with one company, some are with another. It could be the way that it is. So, great design. I thought it would be pretty fitting to go with this particular shave, seeing as how it's a very gentlemanly look with the carbon fiber and the sleek looking blade. It's very easy to use and, very unassuming because it's not a very large knife. But the blade shape is very utilitarian. You can take it out, use it, do what you gotta do and put it back. Great for someone like myself that works in an office environment. And I believe that I haven't done a video on that just yet. But if I do, I will post it at the end of this one. First pass with the grain using the Perma Sharp from Gillette. I gotta tell you, I love shaving, but sometimes it's worth waiting a few days to just get that perfect, set of stubble that is grown out, because the shave you get afterwards is just, it's euphoric, man. And you can see the change physically in your face. Oh, such a cool feeling. And aside from that, obviously, my girlfriend loves the feeling of you know, touch my baby butt smooth face, if you will. And so onto the scent. The scent is from Dominican soap maker Vida Perez. Her company used to be called Oleo Soapworks, and it is now Chicago Grooming Company. It's run out of beautiful state of Illinois. And what she's doing right now is, aside from doing this, she works behind the scenes with Ben over at Mammoth on his shave balms. She's very big into products that are great to moisturize the skin. She has very sensitive skin herself, and which is probably one of the main reasons why she started this, because she actually also does other grooming products like soaps. So shout out to Vida, because she's worked with some other people in the past. She's worked with the gentleman who ended up starting ETHOS, I believe is the name. And before that, she worked with the homie Peter Charkalis. You probably remember that name from a couple of Ariana and Evans shaves that I've done in the past. And helped him with his company years ago, before he started producing his own soaps. So shout out to Vida. She's been around. She's actually done some soaps also for West Coast shaving. I had one for a little while. It's like a cooling pear / barbershop scent called Pear Bar. And speaking of barbershop scents, I actually have a few. They are from different companies. I have Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements with, let's see here, Good Vibrations. I have Club Guy. I guess you could consider Brut or Etu to be one as well. And CAD, which is an exemplary barbershop scent. I have Honor from Soap Commander, which is another vegan like PAA. I have Barber from Noble Otter. And I believe I also still have the shave sticks for Razorock's label series. They have the blue and the black label as barbershops. I believe black is a Fougere style barbershop. And the blue one is based off of Floyd Blue. And both really good scents. But I gotta tell you, it's hard to put this in the same, you know, league as those others, because this is an exemplary scent. And it's not that it's bad. It's actually, I feel like it's one of the best scents. It's based on, you know, a cologne that is still readily available from a niche fragrance standpoint. It's At the Barbers from Maison Margiela, and it's part of the Replica series. So when I say Replica, check this out. I was given a 10 milliliter decant, and when I say a decant, that's something about this size. It's kind of like a tester style, a little spray. I was given a 10 milliliter decant of Jazz Club. Okay, and that one, believe it or not, was one that sat, you know, by my fragrances forever, because I thought that it was, that when I read it, it said Replica, and I didn't know about niche fragrances much before that. And I'm like, oh, this is just some knockoff. This is like an inspired by such and such fragrance type of thing. And I put it aside. I never used it for years. And then one day, I was listening to different, you know, videos and stuff on the internet. And I don't know if it was the Fragrance Apprentice or Jeremy Fragrance or someone else out there, but they made a mention of the Replica series from Maison Margiela, and I'm like, wait, so that's actually a thing? It's not like a knockoff. It's actually a replica, which is meaning like a scene put into scent. And lo and behold, I went to go look. It was a Jazz Club. I tried it on. I freaking loved it. And when that happened, I actually picked up another decant, another 10 milliliter decant of At the Barbers, because I was like, oh, let me try the Barbershop one. And I freaking loved it so much that I ran out of it as I started using it whenever I'd go out. But I still have Jazz Club, and I'm planning on getting both of them, at least in the 50 ml or even the 100 milliliter size. They just had a friends and family sale to save like 20 or 25% off, and At the Barbers and Jazz Club were one of the first to go, which sucked because I would have loved to have gotten them. They have other ones called like Under the Lemon Tree, By the Fireplace. There's a couple, you know, and I'm sure they're great. But the two that I know of that have been used by soap artisans are At the Barbers, which is this one, and Zingari Man actually used Jazz Club for her soap dubbed the Soloist, which again, going back to West Coast Shaving, is an exclusive through them. I actually have that one as well, and I'll use it, but I wanted to use this first because I've been dying of to get it. And as it turns out, it was sold out nearly everywhere because Vida, aside from rebranding her company from Oleo Soapworks to Chicago Grooming Company, she was working presently with Ben from Mammoth in the production of the shave balms that he has. So a lot of her work has been going into that. And she did mention to me that she would be restocking in May, but she actually provided some stock of her soaps and splashes and stuff to Small Flower, which is out of Illinois as well, if I'm not mistaken. It's like an apothecary style shop that has a bunch of different things there. And among them was Vida's line from Chicago Grooming Company. So I was able to snag a set, even though it was completely sold out everywhere else, and got to me recently. And this is actually the first time I'm using it out of the tub, because all I had was a soap sample, basically, that I had picked up when I got a sampler of Chicago Grooming's scents and soaps from West Coast Shaving. So shout out to Small Flower for having that. But I can tell you that there are other companies that normally stock Vida stuff, and there are items that are in stock now through companies like the Razor Company. And the only reason why I didn't get it from them is because they didn't have this particular scent. They have a lot of other ones. Some I will post video of, like Rougère, which is a rose forward fougère, and just a straight lavender scent. Really good stuff. She has one called Morir Soñando, which is like an orange and milky, kind of like a tonka bean, vanilla and orange citrus. Also really, really good. It's based on a Dominican drink, by the way. Huepa. And a couple of other really good ones that I've seen. At Fiera, there's 40, if I'm not mistaken. There's a couple of really good ones. Excursion, that I do want to check out. And once I get around to it, I'm sure I'm going to go ahead and check those out. But this one, I'm dying to check out because it's, number 11. And hello, this is episode number 11. Now, to this razor, I do want to mention, this is the Razorock MJ90 with the A plate. Comes with 2 plates. This is the slightly more aggressive plate. But it's not aggressive per se. It's just a bit more precise. I love it. And I mean, paired up with this soap, or even the soap I used last time. This one in particular is Vida's Canard base. She originally started with a vegan base, and now this one is the duck fat base that she calls the Canard base. So paired up with this, it turns like a $29.99 razor to an extremely pleasurable experience shaving with it. And I don't say it because I own it. I say it because I've tried a couple and there's some that are just too aggressive for what I look for, you know, in a razor. I have had others, you know, both American made and made outside of the US. This one is made in Canada, by the way. And it just turns out to be that, you know, this one is a good one for me. I've had no problems at all with it. Shaves great with pretty much any razor that I put in there. The standard plate is a little bit too smooth. And it really doesn't mow down my stubble like I want it to, so I swapped it with the A plate. And you can tell which one is the A plate because, and I'm gonna put a photo here. You'll see like an A right under the base plate, like just right here. And this one just gives just enough blade exposure and blade feel to really kind of like hit it home. And for me, it feels perfect. It feels so good, you know? So now that I'm finishing up here, I'm gonna go ahead and wash up and prep for the post shave. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, so post shave is in session. This is my Lancaster Razorworks shave towel, by the way. It's orange, but I don't give a shit. It's a great towel. I'd love to get it in another color, but when Lancaster has these drops on their Etsy page, you kind of get what you can. I was a little late to the drop, but I was still able to snag a towel, which is fantastic because it's a great towel to just kind of like pat your face with. Good stuff. Going in with the toner. I'm gonna close my eyes right quick. It's basically aloe and witch hazel with a little bit of cooling menthol. Let me go ahead and jump start that cool a little bit. All right, and now we can go into the aftershave from Chicago Grooming Company. This is number 11. This is the aftershave. This is my first time using the aftershave for this particular scent. Oh, it's so good. It doesn't have any menthol in it, which is why I'm glad I used the witch hazel and aloe first as the toner, because it gives me some nice cooling now that it's some warmer weather. Nice little bit of burn, but nothing too crazy. Vida puts just enough to be able to, you know, provide a little bit of skin food. She has a little witch hazel probably in there as well. Some great fragrance. In fact, I'm gonna double dip that bastard right there. Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful. And the truth be told, I could stop there, but her balm is extremely well made, and because it's unscented, it plays well with others. So I have used it with other soaps and aftershaves before, but this time I'm using it as intended with Chicago Grooming Works products. So here is the Soothing Aftershave Balm. I'm gonna take a small little bit right off the top, right here, and then try to put on some dry hands. Make sure, yeah, it's dry. Okay. As you can see, it's quite a bit. You really just need a little bit. I'm not trying to put all this on my face right now. Just trying to dab it in areas where I know that I'll need just a little bit of coverage. And with that, pretty sure we're good to go. So we have reached, unfortunately, the end of this shave. But I'm still going to keep posting up videos. I have one that I did with what my recommendations were for a first shave experience. And I think what I'm going to do is use that in a shave. I'll probably do a mix and match. Even do like a travel one before Blade Show. And, you know, keep things going. Maybe throw in a couple of specials here and there for some companies, or maybe a tag video. But yeah, that being said, pretty good. That's all I have to say about that. So huge shout out to Vida over at Chicago Grooming Company. Great scent and a great soap. This is the Canard base from Chicago Grooming Works. And shout out to Ray Laconico with the badass blade of the shave. This is the Monterey Bay Knives, or MBK EZC 1.5. Awesome gentleman's knife made by a professional knife maker. Go ahead and check that out at MontereyBayKnives.com. And hopefully I will see you guys next shave. If not, tune into the videos that come in at the end of this video. And yeah, check out some other stuff on the channel. If you like what you see, go ahead and give a thumbs up. If you love what you see, go ahead and subscribe for some future content, not only for shave but EDC related stuff. And just remember, guys, your knife shouldn't be the only thing that looks sharp. So get your shave in, get your knife sharpened, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. In the meantime, be cool. Peace.